I for real thought that was a bear. Hello everyone. We are back with an after action report. So my last video involved getting out in the snow. And as one could probably guess, the consequences of my actions. So laid the bike down to slow speed, but busted my turn signal and I bent my shift lever. So I was able to get back home and I ordered an aftermarket turn signal, which turns out that when it came, it was only 2 wires. And you can see my running light is on, and it can also be used like a blinker. So the 2 wire, it can only be used as one or the other. So I ordered it, finally came, found that it was a 2 wire, and I'm not willing to go without one or the other. Ended up ordering just the OEM turn signal, which worked out anyway because it was just plug and play. It was a 3 wire, now I've got signals and just my running lights. As for the clutch lever, it was bent, it still worked, and I tried bending it back and it kind of worked, but I just needed to replace it. I didn't want to bend it anymore because this metal is so soft. I ended up breaking off this ball, so I just got a new one, and that was pretty easy to replace too. But I went without my bike for 2 weeks because I decided to risk it in the snow. Lesson learned. But all is well that ends well. I wasn't hurt. The bike was easily fixed. And we're back. When I ordered the OEM, so I had to wait for the aftermarket one to come in. And then I realized I've got to be careful in the sun. When the sun is at this angle, if the sun is in somebody else's eyes and they don't see you, something to be aware of. So I had to wait for the aftermarket turn signal to come in. And then I had to wait, once I found out that it was the wrong number of wires, I had to order and wait for the OEM signal to come in. That made for a long wait. It made me understand how easily things get broken when things touch the ground that, aren't meant to touch the ground. But I learned a little bit about the electronics, which was really cool. Because I opened up when my turn signal went out, it also took out my horn and my brake light. So that was weird. When I looked at the fuse, the signaling fuse was blown. And so I'm like, okay, I've got a spare fuse, let me replace it. And when I did, as soon as I turned the power on, I heard that pop. And it instantly blew out that fuse. So I'm like, okay. And at that time, I didn't have the signal. It was just like open. So I said, okay, let me wait until I fix it. Maybe something is messed up, causing the short, because it's not like the turn signal might be part of the resistance going to the fuse, and it's just getting too much because there's no bulb there. And that was the case. I replaced the turn signal and replaced the fuse, and everything was fine. So that was interesting, that the horn and the brake light, even though it's a separate fuse from the turn signal, I think, I might have to double check myself, it was still related. And electronics are like, I understand a little bit, but I've always seen them as a little bit elusive, little gremlins. Well, that was a pond at one point. So yeah, happy to be back, to say the least. Might be headed the wrong way. Oh my gosh, that's dangerous. Straight up, cannot see if my hand isn't here. And I've got sunglasses on. Wow, that's bright. Oh, also, if you do order a new clutch lever, I got mine from Partzilla, and this is just the OEM one. There's a little sleeve inside of like the pivot point on the lever that you need to take out of the old one and put into the new one. It's kind of surprising, even though it's just 2 weeks. Well, one, it was 2 weeks, and there were multiple days where the temperature got down into the teens, and I was afraid for my battery, but it started up just fine. Also, just that everything feels a little bit new again. Like, I don't feel as confident as I did just getting back into it. And some of it may be because I'm thinking more about my traction and probably a little bit more risk averse now, because that's the first time I've laid down a bike, and I had one for, well, I guess I've been riding for 3 years off and on. It's a little jarring. It's like, oh wow, I just laid my bike down. It happened to me. But just keep getting after it. Going into this valley, I need to take my sunglasses off. 2 weeks away, it's like my clutch fingers need to get a workout again. It also taught me how quickly things can happen. It's wild. Like, you see videos of crashes and stuff, but when it happens to you, it's like you're just putting along and all of a sudden the bike is on the ground. It has given me a lot to think about, between like how easy it was to go down and how long you have to wait for parts to come in, and taking the bike apart and putting it back together, being careful about the risks I take. I want to be one of those old guys at the track with like the nicest motorcycles, like 60 plus years old. That's going to be me. These first few rides have been about just getting my confidence back. Let's check the map. Woo! I'll try that little road. I'm not really seeing it. I know it's back here somewhere. I just hope this is a road and not somebody's driveway, like so many other places I've seen. Looks like someone's yard. Yeah, it looks like somebody's driveway, maybe? I'd rather not push it. These rocks are cool. And again, I see a sign that looks like a street with a road that looks like a driveway, I guess. These are so cool. I love coming across things like this in the woods. Oh my goodness. Oh. That looked weird at first. It's like, are these deer pets? Because they were in a fenced-in area, but it wasn't totally closed off. See that ice? I wonder if there's trout in here. Wow. Gorgeous. Wow. Gorgeous. Ugh. Okay. Wow, check that out. Oh, check it out. Whoa. What? Oh, okay. I thought the deer... Okay. I thought the deer fit under the gap like this, but there was a place that was dug out. I thought that was a bear for a second. Whew. Still don't want to mess with a wild dog though. I for real thought that was a bear. Yikes. Big dog. It's cool that he didn't chase me. The roadkill must have been much more interesting. Alright everyone. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Wow. Check out that sky. That's beautiful.